Hello everyone, my name is Chinky. I'm here at Pregnancy Care Center, Toronto, in the Scarborough location, and I'm going to have a personal interview with Linda Baartse, the Executive Director, to talk about Pregnancy Care Center, Toronto. Come on in. Hey,
There we go.
Linda!
Hey, oh, Chinky, it's so nice to see you. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome, welcome.
Hello everyone, my name is Chinky Delmar. Welcome to another episode of Chit Chat with Chi. I'm your host Chinky Delmar from Chinky Delmar Real Estate, brokered by eXp Realty. And today I have a very special guest from Pregnancy Care Center Toronto, Ms. Linda Baartse, the Executive Director. Thank you so much, Linda, for giving us this opportunity to have a one-on-one interview with you. And would you like to tell us about yourself and what the organization does?
Well, Chinky, it is a delight. It's so much fun to be able to see you again, and I know your heart is for the community and for individuals to get the help they need. And Pregnancy Care Center exists to provide compassionate community care to any woman and her family facing an unexpected pregnancy. Our desire is that they would thrive, that they wouldn't feel pressure to have an unwanted abortion, that they would know that there's a community that cares and that there's support available. And it's been such a joy just to see the opportunities of individuals that were originally feeling like there was nobody, that they were completely alone, and finding out that there are all sorts of resources, there's all sorts of people that care, and just to see how the fear transforms to joy, the sense of feeling overwhelmed is a sense of, oh, I've got people that have my back, that we're here. So anyhow, that's our joys of being able to serve here in the GTA. So we're today have opportunity to serve families and women in North York, in Scarborough, right downtown at the University of Toronto.
And we have 3 locations, right?
And actually there's a 4th one in Richmond Hill.
Oh, nice.
And we have a 5th team of those that are serving our clients that speak Spanish and don't dominate the English language. So we've got actually 5 separate teams that are serving either geographically or a certain ethnic demographic.
Wow. So how long have you been doing this with PCC, serving families, especially for women who really would like to have some support, especially in this kind of charitable organization?
Yeah. Do you know, the organization has been going for almost 40 years. Can you believe that? So, I've been involved for about 14, 15 years, but it's been a joy just to see how those that established a nonprofit, that there hasn't been a departure from the mission of wanting to show that compassionate care, but also we want this vision to be where every mother and father and children, born and unborn, are treasured by all. Because in this society that goes so quickly and so much concern about finances and convenience and time, that we oftentimes don't treasure the value of each human being. And
yes.
Just seeing that God has created each person according to his own image, that each person has value, they have respect, they have dignity and worth. And even if somebody's going through just a rough patch, doesn't mean that we abandon them. We try to enable them to get the resources that they need, because we think that each person, big, small, should be treasured. And we need to see that each person is a vital member of our community.
I agree with you, Linda, because the first time that I heard about PCC, I actually every morning I tune into a radio station, WDX 99.5, and that was the first time that I heard about PCC. You had an event during that time around April, summertime.
That's right.
That you mentioned about life is so precious. That's why you're raising funds for families and women who are experiencing difficulties. especially for unplanned situation, right? So I said, I really need to know more about the organization. So since the time that PCC has founded, how many families and or women you have ever helped?
That is a really good question. I'm probably not going to get my calculations right, but over 20,000 families.
Wow.
But just to give you a snapshot, this year we've already served over 2,000 women just in 1 year.
1 year. Wow.
Last year, after the whole year, we were just under 2,000, and that was a 52% increase. The year before, it was 1,300. So each year, it's been incremental. We're grateful for opportunities just like this one to raise awareness, because what chills me, Chinky, what's the worst day of my life in this type of work is to hear somebody say, I have had a past abortion, I need help. And I only wished that I would have known that there were people that would have offered support. If anybody would have offered support, I wouldn't have made this choice that I now did. But I felt like I was stuck. I felt like I had no other choices. And so that type of comment, I respect, and each person will make their own decisions. But if I haven't done all that I can to raise awareness that there is support, that people don't have to have an unwanted abortion, that responsibility, I think, is on me to make sure that we've got as much help as possible.
To our viewers, I know, Linda, you're doing a great job raising awareness, and there's a lot of events that you also put out each year also to raise funds, because I believe that PCC is a charitable organization, so you are relying from your monthly donors and maybe funds from the churches that who are involved and also part of PCC, right? Can you tell us about the fundraising events that PCC is doing every year?
Oh, you're absolutely right, Chinky. That is, as a charitable organization, and we don't receive any government funding at all. So all of our funds each year we need to raise from individuals that are aligned with our mission to provide that compassionate care. They're aligned with our values, and they really want to see families get helped. But they're individuals like you and me. We're not necessarily independently wealthy people, but just a lot of people that really want to care and support. And so we've created a website, actually, pccfriends.ca.
Maybe you can tell us, our viewers, about the website or how they can get involved with PCC, especially in raising funds for the families that you have helped.
Yeah, thank you, Chinky. Well, pccfriends.ca is a supporter-based website where we want to let our supporters know the needs, but how to give. And so people are giving financially. Some people have actually been calling up giving securities before the end of the year. But there's also practical ways. People have been collecting diapers, newborns, 1, 2, 3s. And it's so important just to have those practical helps as well, or car seats and strollers that are brand new, that for those of our families that are working on those mentoring pieces, they're doing all they can to be great parents. But what an encouragement it is to get something so critical, so needful at that time. Yeah.
I see. So to our televiewers, for sure, I will send the link below to have access to PCC Friends. And tell us about the daily operations that we have here in the center.
Right. Well, Chinky, because we're interacting with people that are going through times of personal crisis, every day is a little bit different. Okay. People don't plan their crisis, right? Yes, so all of a sudden we'll find out. So today we were involved. I was in an awareness raising event, but there were people at the door that hadn't made an appointment, and they wanted to be here, and they were here before opening time. So met with them. There was a pregnancy test. In that particular case, the pregnancy test was a negative test. So we talked about some lifestyle choices and about what would have happened had there been a pregnancy test. There was afterwards 2 or 3 more individuals came with positive pregnancy tests. And so they received information about their different options. We explained what an abortion procedure is. We're not a medical clinic. We don't refer for abortion, but we made them know that there were so many resources available should they want to continue the pregnancy, whether they wanted parenting support or help with an adoption plan. And then we, yesterday I had several individuals that I met with that had past abortions, and they just wanted to talk about that. They wanted to hear about how they could move on from that, how they could actually come to peace with God and peace with other people relating to that.
Because you can't imagine the guilt feeling having that abortion, right?
For many people, yes. And what a joy it is to be able to come alongside of people and give them a safe place. So Chinky, I think above all, it's creating a safe environment where people can open up their heart, they share some of their fears, and they allow us to come alongside to see if we can build up some of those resources.
Miracles in each of us, right? So I'm a single mom, so I know exactly, like, for those women who've experienced, like, you feel like you're alone, but God is working. He's the same God yesterday, today, and miracles always happen every day. So we have a lady here named Adonia. She's one of the recipient of beneficiary that access the services of PCC, and we'll share about her story, how she got supported by PCC, and of course, I'm sure women who feel that they are very vulnerable and they don't have really access, or they feel that they are alone, but Adonia maybe can share her experience that a center like PCC is here to help to anyone. Hi Adonia, thank you so much for being with us here.
Hi, Jackie. Thank you.
Yes, so can you tell us your experience? How are you being helped by PCC?
Well, my experience with PCC has been, first and foremost, my initial meeting was scary, nerve-wracking, but at the end of it, I felt welcomed. I felt immediate love from Rosie, and things that transpired afterwards, I didn't expect. I didn't expect to have family, and I didn't expect to have the love and support that I now have. I'm so grateful to PCC, for Paulette, for Linda, for Rosie, for Heather, who would call me every week after the baby was born to check in on me.
Nice. So it's not the services that you're given, it's not just like one time. There's ongoing follow-up and other services that you can receive even if you've already helped, right? I mean, that's a huge help for women, especially for anyone, especially for newcomers. Maybe are you new to Canada?
Yes, I was new. Still new, just a year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So how is it like now? How have you been doing with your have a daughter? Or
I had a baby boy. He's about to be a year. Next Wednesday he'll be a year. We've been doing great, actually. We've been still getting love from Linda and Rosie and everyone else. It's been great. It's been fantastic.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming out and sharing your experience with us. And Linda, I know for sure that you have a big goal for PCC, and especially for the coming years. What resources or what support do you need from us, especially to our viewers, maybe who are listening to this conversation, who can relate to these women and families who are really in need of support? How can we get involved, and also, tell us about the vision, or your vision for PCC?
No, I appreciate that, Chinky. And just as you said, oh, I can do something. I can help raise awareness. And Adonia, she's received help, but now, she's just a dear friend of ours. She's actually a co-laborer of us. So she identifies as an alumni. When you said, oh, do you think there'd be somebody that can join us? I was like, Adonia, and she just was joyful and being able to share, even though she identifies herself as being shy, but she was able to do that. And I think the reality is that everybody has something that they can contribute. And so if somebody's watching and says, well, what can I do? Well, you may have resources. If you've got some margin where you can help people that are needing some material support, wow, it would be so much better if we had a bigger fund for those that need some food gift cards or some other helps, material helps. Some people may say, you know what, I was helped when I have a child and I remember how that would be. Maybe you can consider making a monthly gift. It's about $500 a year to be able to help somebody through a whole year of pregnancy. That's something that some people have margins for. Other people say, well, I'm not in a position of doing that, but I belong to a church group. I belong to this small group here. We could collect diapers and baby wipes every month and just collect them and drop them off. That would be something that would be really good. And so there's all sorts of ways, and I think that with the creativity of people and with their multiplied contacts, with their gifts and abilities, if somebody really feels burdened that this is something that's a difficult circumstance in society. Can you imagine being a newcomer in Canada, having an unexpected pregnancy? You don't have OHIP, you don't have housing, you don't have food. Your partner who doesn't want this pregnancy has just kicked you out. Like really, the pressures upon somebody are so large, even if they don't want to have the abortion. So they come in here, we're going to do all we can to help. So that's great. But we don't have independent housing. We don't have unlimited resources. And so if we're going to come alongside of them, we need help. And as we've seen such a huge increase in new clients, we have not been able to keep up financially with the demand. So we're open longer, we've hired more staff, we're giving more resources out, but we're dipping into our reserves right now. And so that's something that we won't be able to, and we have more opportunities to grow with different demographics like the Hispanic group. We have more opportunities to expand our digital outreach. We have more opportunities to work with a greater number of churches, but without additional resources, we're going to have to put those plans on hold. So vision is we want more people to get help so that people don't have to have unwanted abortions and people can get the support they need. And we're trusting that those resources will come together.
For sure. Well, this is a holiday season coming up, December, Christmas. It's time for gift giving, right? So for our viewers who would like to give some donations, maybe no matter what, in kind or cash donations, you can just visit the website, pccfriends.ca. Of course, you will have more information in the website how you're going to help PCC Center. And a lot of uncertainties this time, but for sure, for 2024, guaranteed God will bless more families and more families will get involved also to give support to PCC. Once again, I'm really happy and grateful to have this interview with you, Linda, raising awareness about Pregnancy Care Center Toronto. And for anyone who are listening right now and who have experiences a difficult situation, especially unplanned pregnancy, you know who to contact. You can contact Pregnancy Care Center Toronto. They have their website. You can call also their number. Helpline support, right?
Absolutely. So 416-229-2607. That's both a phone line and a text line. And we try to monitor that 12 hours a day. So we want to make sure that whether people need help or they're wanting to be one of those people that help us help others, that they can get through to us. 416-229-2607.
There you go. And also, I will have the links below so you can follow along the Pregnancy Care Center, and especially for events that's coming up in 2024, raising awareness and funds for Pregnancy Care Center. Again, to our televiewers, If you're watching right now, please consider being a monthly donor to PCC. You can give your donation to them online, and also you can visit their locations, three or four locations here in Toronto. And for any nonprofit organizations who are listening right now, or even for churches who wants to be part of PCC, we also partnered with churches, Christian churches, and also other organizations who would like to support their cause and mission at PCC. Well, thank you so much, everyone. To all our viewers, thank you so much. Thank you very much, Linda, and thank you so much, Adonia. For anyone, if you're a local business owner, if you are a community events organizer or nonprofit organizations who want to be featured in this channel, you can contact me. I have my number linked below. Chinky Delmar Real Estate. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thanks, Chinky.
Thank you so much. Thank you.